Okay, we're trying our first video here on channel Trevor-The-Timmy. That's me, in case you're wondering, Trevor. I'm going to be a free-to-play player on MTG Arena. Been playing for a while, just slightly above average, if not just average. So don't expect any professional level play. Roughly been at 55% win percentage the last couple sets, so nothing Pro Tour level or whatever that's called now. Just trying to improve and figured this was a good way to do so. Get some feedback from others watching the game, so feel free to leave some comments. And here we go. Let's dive into the first draft. Okay, let's get ready. If you notice anything, any obvious mistakes, I occasionally do notice those, but please do share them. Hopefully we can continue to improve. Oh, come on, 8th player. Just hit that sweet, sweet ready button. Oh, there we go. Okay. Interesting. I did see the pretty sweet mono white aggressive deck last time I drafted. Just a bunch of little stuff, so we could go that way. So gaining life equal to its toughness, 7 or more life, pumps everything up. I think that is probably a pretty strong card, but I'm very much looking aggressive in this set. These are very good. The rest of the pack is not so great. We do not have a lot of premium. I mean, the lands are fine if you already know what colors you're in. You can always go snow covered. I'm really debating between these 2 white cards. If you want to go hyper aggressive, it's this one. I haven't tried this yet. We're definitely thinking about it though. I'm gonna stick with the aggressive route. It's been doing well so far. And followed up with another one in theory. That's very good. This has paid off extremely well too. I've liked the bird a lot. In terms of other potential picks here, so basically there's 4 things I'd be looking at. This to go with our main color, which is probably what we'll take. This has been very good, just being a shapeshifter, having every single creature type. Obviously, if you know you're in both colors, this thing is just a bomb. And the bird is also really good, but we're going to stick on color. And some snowlands. Ooh, snow. Okay. Nothing terribly exciting. This can be good to double in a removal spell. Not in the colors we have at all currently. I think our best pair would be red with this, but we probably will just stick on color and take one of these 2. I've enjoyed this. Nothing special, just a replacement. Unless we want to try to go blue-red, which is not something I've drafted so far. Could be an interesting deck, but I think we will stay on color. I don't think any of these blue cards are good enough to switch over for. That might be enough to get us to go into green, though, especially without anything particularly great in our colors. That's not enough to make me jump into 2 different colors. If we knew we were going to be black, we'd probably take that. None of the black cards are great, though. So I think we're going to take this and hope to switch into, pivot over into green, white. Those are both good, but not necessarily where we are right now. It's fine for a green combat trick. This is more high-end than we really want. This is whenever we get a land. I think I'm just going to take the mana fixing, stay flexible. So we can have this at any color. It can be really good if we splash, or just making something like this easier to cast. Hopefully we continue to be aggressive. We can definitely pivot off of green. Let's see where we're at for the draft. There's always one where they back up on. Looks like it's this friend this time. Ideally, we don't have to play this. I don't think we'll be snow enough for that, though it is really good. I think it might just be the 2-drop here. Or if we want to go, if we think we're green, we're going to take this and hope that we're green. It's just high enough upside over the 2-drop. Either of the higher end stuff is great. So we'll take some removal. Hope we can get there. This is fine. Not in our colors. I'm interested in this in the aggressive deck. We will give that a try. Just making it very small, very aggressive. Again, a potential splash. I haven't get to try the Raptor yet. It was eye-opening when I realized you could put this on any creature for the +1/+1 counter, basically giving 1 power of haste when it comes in if you have other creatures. Both of these are fine. This is basically just a delayed 2-drop. You get it and pay for it on turn 2. Comes in on turn 3. Is a little bigger than most things. It does set off these type of things really well. Anything that rewards you for 2 spells. This is fine. I think we're going to consider this a 2-drop and take it. Okay, that's not great. This is back to our pack of nothing good, I think. Yeah, back to our first pack. I'll take that in case we end up in red. I think these are the only 2 cards really potentially for us. We're not playing either of these lands, even though they're good. It's just junk. Same with these. So let's take it and most likely not be playing it. This we will take, though. Just a 2-drop. Again, spreads that counter around all creature types when that's relevant. If we were in red, this is fine. I believe there's a defensive deck around this, which interestingly is not a giant, despite the name. Very misleading, especially in a giant set. I don't think we're completely pivoting to red and green, but we're going to take that because that is maybe a splash. That's fine, even though we don't have any ice. If you were in those colors, if you're Orzhov, that's a good place to be. Take the combat trick. It's cheap. We'll take it. Okay, combat tricks for all of us. That's good. Binding Solid. I think this is actually really good too. This is Red Doomblade. Being free to play, we probably will just take the Mythic here. I don't know that we'll play it. If we weren't, this is probably the pick. But I think we're going to give this and hope we wheel one of these, 4 cards? This, we'd like one of these eventually. This would also be good. Or more of those. Let's take that and see what we can do. There is also a chance we end up being red-green with getting this wheeled. That's pretty good too. Interesting. These are interesting choices. If we stick on, no, we're going green. This is probably the best green card in the pack. It's definitely the best common in the set. It's also pretty good. Definitely a high end. I think we're just going to try to stay open here. I mean, the white cards we have that we actually want to play are this and a couple 1-drops. So I think we can take this and see what happens. And there's not too much downside. Oh, if we were in black, that thing is nuts. Yeah, I mean, I think we're getting rewarded for staying open and red here, because either of these are outstanding. The question will just be, do we want to be red-green? The fight is pretty good. It's definitely a payoff for it. If a white starts to come around, we can go into that too. This has not been something I've been super impressed with. So I'm going to take the removal spell, which we do have a giant for. And we do have, what, 1 changeling? 1 changeling right now. So a little splash. This is solid too if you're not the aggressive deck. I think we're going to take it just being the uncommon and see what it'll do. There's always a blow up potential. Oh, lots of good cards. Another one's basically dig through time when you have a giant, which isn't terribly difficult to do, but 3-mana Dig Through Time is awesome. Mass removal, more or less. And if we're staying white, this is maybe there. I think we might just take this, and if we're pivoting into red-green, maybe we splash. Yeah, we're definitely looking to splash. This has been pretty open. You get just a Wrath, which is great. We'll have basically 2 Wraths between that and Crushing the Weak. It's very good. We're going to start moving white cards to the sideboard. So our choices here, either that helps us splash, which is probably where we're going. It's solid though, especially when it's dealing the excess damage, basically everything trample and just drawing cards. It's more or less where you want to be. I think we've got enough good blue cards though that we want to make sure the splash is somewhat safe. Yeah, definitely. Let's take the removal spell. This is solid, but we're going to take the removal spell and be happy. We do need some early drops now. We've only got a couple in this version of the deck. That coming back would have been nice if we were white. I don't think we have enough to make that useful. We're probably just going to take the land for Frostbite or anything else if we play the Troll. It's going sideboard. That's a good one. Oof. You know, we're going to take that. That's just the best common in blue. The power is well worth it. There we go. We'll get some free splashing. Cannot talk today, but love it. We got a couple dual lands to make us splash a little easier. Still more or less base green red. Splashing a couple blue. Got 2 giants right now. Staying open, definitely paying off. This doesn't do a lot for us, especially. But that is, none of these cards are particularly great. We don't want to double splash. We're going to take it just on the chance. Oh, look, our friend, the non-giant ox. None of these matter. We're going to take him. He can go into the board. That would have been good in our aggressive deck. Neither of these matter, but we'll take the green card. Ooh, more giant oxes. And being in red, it's just a solid. These are all very solid. I think we're just trying to take the removal spell. Some aggressive deck probably wants him. We've already got a couple, but few plays on 3. This is great. Maybe this is actually supposed to be the pick with having bolts, a couple already, but I always love having plenty of removal. If we could wheel, it's asking a lot to wheel one of those. It's pretty unlikely, but there are some other good cards here. We're just going to err on the side of having extra removal. Ooh, Planeswalker in our colors. Yes, please. Yes, please. Red Doomblade. Not better than Planeswalker in our color, I don't think, especially we're not super aggressive in this version of the deck. We take the land, don't need more combat tricks. If we're still white aggressive, some good stuff, but Planeswalker, yes, please. Maybe just a 2-drop. This has been very good whenever I've had black decks. People really do not value black in this format. It has not been super great. This is a 3-mana, 2/3, so it's fine. Maybe we play that, but I think we're just going to take the 2-drop. Gives you a little bit of choice. Splash, I think this is a replacement level. We'd take it because it enables some of the giant synergies. This would also be fine, but we'll take the land and hope to wheel one of those too. You can make your splashes easier. I'm definitely all about that. Invasion of the Giants, yeah. We are the giant deck. Same thing. If this wheels, we'd love it. Some white aggressive cards. Good if you're in snow. I do not believe we have enough to want to play that right now. Well, we've got 3, 4. So not exactly where I want to be, but this has been really solid. Also, apparently you can play it with Primetime and Modern. So if anyone's looking at that, this lets you curve right into Primetime for 4, which is pretty cool. Definitely a deck I'll have to try out at some point. So that's still potentially being played. We've got our Dig Through Time. Love it. If you got 3 2-drops, you'd like to get 1 or 2 more. This is mostly a later play because you're fighting, so you don't necessarily want to. This does let us catch up. Ooh, if we were still on our original plan, that would be very good. It's probably just going to be this, which is a turn 2 play that comes down a little later, but at least it's got that 3 butt, which is pretty good. That would have been perfect. Not that I'm unhappy with how our draft has gone. I think we've had a pretty solid draft for not being aggressive. We're probably not playing 2 of those. Take the fight card, definitely. I mean, if we were still in white, that would definitely be it, but we'll take a fight card as an extra removal spell. We'd take another one of those if nothing else was here, but keep stocking up on removal. There's not going to be a point where I'm unhappy to take removal for the most part. Get another 2-drop, pretty replacement level, but it does replace itself. In theory, you could do something cool like pitch that for value. What is our giant count at now, just for the fun of it? I suppose we do it this way. So 1 giant, I think we've got 2 changelings. I really wish it would show those. 1. So 2 total giants. We've got some card draw. We've got a sweet planeswalker to build towards the Wrath. I mean, that's technically a giant, so we're going to take that. Our top end is really solid. We've got 5 lands down here, so we're more or less at playables. It's just replacement level, good and aggressive. And we're going to take the... we're not playing a 3-drop on the splash. I guess maybe that. I mean, this is good. Again, no one wants to be in black. It seems like if you're aggressive, that's there. We're going to take another bow. There's a chance we play it as a 3-drop. There's a chance, at least. I really don't think we're playing that. Maybe we're playing stroke. We're not aggressive, and that does nothing. So there's a chance for stroke. Put it in the board for now. Okay, the white aggressive looked like it was being cut, but apparently not with these things wheeling. We could have been there. I think the Giants deck we have will be good. Let's get this out of here. Let's go to this better view for building our deck. Oops. Okay, so we do have some good things. Not unhappy with those. This is actually a 5-drop though. So we always want that giant token. We only have a couple giants. I probably would have liked to have 1 or 2 more. Not having many of those come around is rough. I mean, this still replaces itself. It's fine. D for our giants is fine too. It still replaces itself. It'd be better if we had more than 3 giants, but that's what you get sometimes when you switch a little later. I'm not sure how great this troll is. I don't really want that trick with all the removal spells we have. How many actual 2-drop creatures do we have? 3, 4. I think we can cut 1 bow. These are 2-drops, ideally. That's going to be a removal spell. Other removal. And we've got some removal here. Yeah, we do. And this should eventually win the game. I don't think we ever actually emblem, but we just make 1/1s forever and can pump them up if we need to. It's just constantly making those, and they ramp us as well. I mean, it's colorless mana in this deck, but it does ramp us. We've got Wraths. This will not be doing much from the graveyard, but it is just a big guy. We'll see how this goes. We have a couple card draw, a couple removal. We cut 1 more thing though. If anyone has a great suggestion on this final cut, give me a comment. I'm almost feeling it's this guy, but we do have 5. And the odds of having 2 are pretty low. I guess we have that for a 6th option. The indestructible would be nice, especially if we get some kind of Wrath. We have 5 1s or 5 2s right now if we're counting these as 2, 6. I suppose we can probably just cut a 2. Or get rid of the bow. I mean, the bow is a 3-drop more or less. Not there. Thank you. MTG Arena. We have a lot to do late game. And we actually don't have a huge amount of mana sinks though. The bow is not a great one. We're going to get rid of the bow. In terms of color switch, this is everything. 1, 2, 3. So we technically have 5 blue sources. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blue cards. And this can be a 6th, what we need it to be. We've got 1, 2, 5, 6 for green. And 7 for red. What does our deck stats look like? So we are mostly red and green. That seems fine. We could have a little bit of awkward mana. I'm glad we grabbed this when we did. It would have been nice to have one more of these. But we'll do what we can with this. This is fight, add mana, and 2 counters on a creature. Gaining life should be fine against aggressive decks. Let's see how this goes. Let's play. Oh, we did the traditional. Well, that would have been good to know. Oops. We would have grabbed some sideboard cards. Definitely thought this was a best of 1. Well, let's see what we can do. Totally new experience. Okay, Peter. Don't be down on us too much. Yeah, so not drafting sideboard cards. Definitely not ideal in this situation. We do have all our colors, though. This will pitch a land. So we are going to keep 7. Opponent mulliganing is not the worst thing ever. Ideally, play this, followed up with Mountain. So we get the tap land out of the way. That's 2 of our colors. I'm going to pitch this to the Raider on turn 2. Fighting probably won't be great right now, but what can you do? Opponent's thinking about their mulligans. Let's see what we've got. Some nice snow-covered art. Look at that. This little bird thing in the tree, I think. The snow art is very, very pretty in this set. That one's probably not my favorite. Okay, opponent on 5. It's not a bad place for us to be. So this is probably going Mountain. Oh. I guess they don't have a source to untap that right now, so we can leave that. Let's get our 2-drop in. Get rid of that. See what we hit. Okay. There's worse things. It would be nice if we had a second red so we could double spell, but we'll probably get our foretell on with this. Hopefully remove that and get in for 2. This fighting is just not great right now. Alternately, we can play this. That might be the play. Play this, and then we can cast that to fight next turn. Yeah, let's get into combat and see what we can do here. If they want to trade, more power to them. I did not think that was the case. We can always make this indestructible, which is solid. I think that is the better play. See what they've got. Nothing. Okay. So we get our choice of probably just fighting. Most likely. Hold up Frost. Well, we can't hold up Frostbite. If we do that, we could play this and hold up Frostbite. It'd be great to have a land so we can double spell. With that, actually, I think we're gonna foretell. They've got the land now, so time to get rid of this. Let's get in for 4. Don't let them ramp if they've got something big and dumb. We don't want to let that claw them back into the game, especially on a mold of 5. So the cool thing is if we hit one more green stars, we can make this indestructible and fight, which should take care of about anything. Probably playing this, pumping that, most likely. If they somehow play a 2-drop, we can always have it fight too. Oh, that sucks. Bye-bye, troll. Bye-bye, troll. It's probably best to just get a creature down. Let's get in for 2. Let's get another creature down. Not hitting any more lands is a little awkward. I thought in our 17-lander we would catch another one, but what can you do? I think red's the limiting source anyway, so blue wouldn't be making a huge difference right now. They're definitely outlining us, though. I guess they did need to find one. Oh, that's a good card. That is a good card. Let's just play this, give it haste. I guess we don't even need to give it haste. We'll just get in for 2 or for 4. Excuse me. Just keep building the board out. These things are tough to race, but we've got them low enough that at least they're not gaining life. We can remove a couple creatures if we need to. We've got basically 3 removal spells. How do they? Oh, exile that, sure. Take away our haste. Yeah, that's not so good for them. Let's go with the fight now. We've been waiting to do that for a while anyway. Let's get our value. Get in for 4. Get more removal spells up. Just keep clearing them out. We'll chip in there slowly. Especially putting the counters on should help. I think we're going to split them ideally. Then we can make our stuff survive this too. Well, that's... Do we want to put the counters on? So we can make that into a 4. Yeah, I think we're just going to go with this then. They've got me. They convinced me. We'll take care of it and get in for a bunch. I mean, we're going to really hope they don't have a Wrath right now, but we're going to get in while the getting's good. Eat. Hopefully finish the game next turn. Let's foretell this. I don't think we need to remove anything right away. And being able to 0.8 points at their creatures next turn should put us in a good enough spot. Foretelling. I think they probably got the sack too, which isn't enough. We sack these 2. Let's find out though. Gain 5. Let's go to combat. There we go. Got their opponent. And no reason to show it off if that's the case. Well, sideboarding for this. So probably draft a little different if that's the case, but maybe bring in stroke. I don't know if that's even necessary. They had a couple 5s. I think we're just going to be okay with this though. We've got a boatload of removal. And we can still do the Wrath thing if we need to. And I don't think we really want to hold that up. I think we're just going to run it back. Let's see what Peter's got sideboarding wise. Hopefully we can do well enough in this one, earn some of our gems back, and we can run back another draft. And if you're seeing major misplays, you disagree with some of the lines I took, let me know. I'm always interested to improve and get better. This is fine. We've got our mana, all 3 colors. We've got our Dig Through Time. I guess we got a 2-drop. We got Slow Preordain and a removal spell. We'll keep it. Let's see what they can do when they're on the full hand. Okay, they've got some Reanimate going. Good deal. Most likely playing that. I don't think we need green right now. Let's get our Haste Giver guy out in the field. Not hitting either of our on-color duels is going to hurt us with some of our colors this game. At least Foretell lets us store some of the mana. Get a removal spell. Otherwise we'll just start beating down. Okay, going deep on Foretell. That probably just pitching that, hoping we get another land. So do either get in for 2. Yeah, I think we're just going to play to the board here. Pitch the green, see if we can hit something else. Yeah. If nothing else, we can always find more lands this way or this way. We got lots of ways to do it, so I'm not really worried about being down a land. Keeping their life total under pressure is important with that artifact. If they start drawing cards off it, we basically lose. Not having anything in the sideboard for that. Maybe that's a reason we should have brought in Disdainful Stroke, but like for this, we're not able to hold that up anyway. Here we go, we have some on-colored lands. Hold up removal when we go to combat. Looks like they're stuck on lands. I'm going to slow one. Yeah, let's get some Scry, dig for some bombs. Neither of those are particularly bomby. Get those in the bottom. We're going big here. Hopefully we'll hit our 5-drop giant. I don't think we want the Wrath right now, but we'd take it. Sure, you got your 2 for 1. Well, let's draw that card. Oof. Extras of those is not exactly what we wanted. Let's see what we can dig for. Well, that's it. I'm going to wait for that next turn and flash it back. So let's Foretell this. Watch out when you're casting your Foretells. So definitely had multiple times where it tries to leave this open because it's a dual land, even though I don't have any blue spells to cast. So be aware of that when you're playing, if anyone is watching at this point. Okay. I think we've got 1 right now. Yeah, we'll just get rid of it with this. And then our giant is going to be really cheap to cast. Let's get him out there. I do not think we want to foretell him. We'll just get him out there that way. Let's flash that back right away. Oof. I mean, that's good if our creature gets killed. I think we're just going to take the bolt and be satisfied. That foretold, and let's go. They're definitely at the point of potentially flooding here. This is my first time getting to play with this guy, though, so I'm pretty excited about that. Same with this one. I think that was a sweet pick. Stopping the life gain is actually a nice thing I didn't even consider. If they have that artifact, that's really awkward for them. I mean, with 5 cards, they've either got the draw foretells or they've got removal, so they're in a fine spot. I don't think they've got 2 or just 1 right now. That's not too bad. We can deal with that. We've got a pretty aggressive clock on here. Let's get in for 5. They have nothing. They're dead next turn. Let's do this same thing. Let's foretell that, and we've got removal up. So our ideal thing is they tap out for something. That's an X4. Spend 4 or 5 mana on it. We can kill it, even if they do tap out for that big dumb 5-drop. We can just sit here and hopefully let this kill them. I kind of would love the other one of those, even though we put that to the bottom. Okay. That's not doing a ton for you. Especially because we're going to deal 2 damage to each creature. That is cute, though, but I don't think so. I do not think so. Just love this. To get 3 of those is awesome. Fizzle that. Let's see what you got. Maybe an unsummon. I guess an unsummon does keep them alive. I don't know that foretelling keeps you alive, though. Maybe I'll misclick and won't attack. We got there, even without a sideboard. Okay. Hopefully this is still recording, otherwise we'll be pretty disappointed after. Got their 1 match. Let's see what we can do for the next one. I don't even know what the payout is on this. Oh, you need to get that second win. That second win is pretty important. No, let's see if we can get it. We're kind of a weird mid-range-ish deck. Like we don't have a huge top end. So not super controlling, but we'll probably run back another draft too. This has been a good time so far. We will play first, thank you. We've got all our mana. We probably need this to be green, so we're hoping for another green, but we've got some good cards here. I'd like to see this guy in action. So let's probably play this on turn 1. Get this foretold on turn 2 with this land, or unless we hit a green, and then play this out. I think that's still the play. We can get a little more aggressive than getting rid of that. We'll have to watch out for discard with that deck. I do wish we had more giants with this coming around, but it did come around pretty late. Let's get that bad boy out. Let's get that down for green. So hopefully we're just casting that next turn. I guess we could protect that. That's fine. If we get hit though, yeah, we do want that one. Let's foretell that. I really hope they don't have the discard spell this game. That would be awful. We have a lot of our better cards in hand. That's not so bad though. Not so bad at all. Let's just play defensive right now. Start making elves. We're just going to swarm the board. Let this go to Value Town. And we can give things Death Touch if we really want to, I guess. Not having any elves is awkward, but it is just going to be to make a 1/1 every turn until they deal with it. Hopefully make them have some awkward attacks. Oh, why did you not exile the Planeswalker? Oh, it's got Menace. Sure enough, that makes more sense then. Makes more sense. Interesting. And we could hopefully build towards that. This is non-giant. Yeah, let's just play that. Get in there for a 1. We did get rid of one of their premium removal at least. I mean, they killed that, but it's not the best Planeswalker ever. Using the removal on that is something we can live with. I assume they're just playing 5/5 here. Maybe they've got the... Oh, they've got Menace. I keep forgetting about that. I've never played at all. don't know if racing is where they want to be. Maybe, though. Maybe. The good old post-combat, huh? Interesting. Hopefully we can just hit a land here. Clear their board. It's kind of a land. I mean, that means we really do not want to attack into the Death Toucher. So let's do 5 non-giants. I mean, hopefully we hit another red is the moral of the story here. No attacks. We're gonna be patient. We're at least hitting them for 2 every turn. They can't gain life right now. But remember, if we hit anything awesome, we want to stroke. There's a couple things, but we haven't had a good chance. I think we're just going to take it. I don't think risking this is worth it when we've got the removal spell next turn. Sad thing is we will get no payoff for this now that we have our 1 giant. Come on, any untapped land, actually. Give me an untapped land. There we go. There we go. Let's actually tap this right. Ooh. Yeah, let's do this post. No, we'd rather hit for 5. We were thinking about if we wanted to try to trade that way. That might still be worth it, though. Let's see. 5, yeah, we're going to take the free 5, as much as saving that would be awesome. Nope. We changed our minds. We're going to see if we can get them. Let's see. I don't think they fall for this, but if they do, we get so much value. And if not, we're making a similar play. We do give up 5 damage, but 4 damage, we got 1 in. Let's clear some board. Get rid of the big dumb 5-drop. Now we can see how this plays out if we should have done that. Oh, that wasn't good. I mean, not much you can do to play around that rare, but not my favorite thing that ever happened. I mean, they've got the whatever guy. I don't know that we can play around him much anyway, but we'll probably play this and let this be our... Wow, that is a beating. They've got a solid deck. Let's see what we've got. Removal spell, maybe. That's, I mean, what else are we hoping for in our deck? So playing this, jumping that. And we're gonna have to try to remove some things anyway. Yeah, I think that's where we're sticking. So this can eat 1 thing. Probably not that one because we don't want to mill quite yet. So green can still hold up 2 to make that indestructible. Make it. I guess we can fight one of these bad boys. Just slowly. An indestructible block. And we're probably not getting any of those, but he's got a couple turns. If only we had some more giants. This should have been a sweet one. would have been sweet. Please fight this thing. Please do. Oh. Oh. Well, I think we're in trouble. I think we're in trouble. You got his opponent. They got 7 coming through at minimum. They got a solid deck. Again, I'm not sure how much we have to bring in. I mean, if we think they're super aggressive, I just don't know what's better than that. I think we're still mostly a fine deck. We're gonna try Stroke for one of these. That would have gotten the one's a 2/3, so I don't think that would have gotten a huge amount. I still like it. We bring it out for the 4th game if it's not doing a ton. I don't want to cut 2 drops for it though. Let's cut it for now, and we'll see if we see lots of X2s. I should be paying better attention to that. I think there was just the 3/2 that replaces itself, so if we're sweeping that as a 1-for-1, not the greatest value ever. I'm pretty sure that wasn't recording, which is good. Give us time for another one later. It's so awkward. Not a good hand, especially not having blue, but get this down. These things are fast. It's a little better. A little better. I guess we're discarding a mountain. Congrats. That one down. Get in for 2. And I assume I can't block anyway. Let's do damage. And foretell. We're a ways away, but I wonder when this stopped recording. Oh, getting aggressive. That's not bad, actually. Let's just kill that. No lifelink for you. Fine. Get us for 3. Oh, that's one of our good cards. Yeah, that one's got a good deck. Just play them both out. I mean, we're not in a good spot here. Obviously, I hope they have nothing. And they do have something, that's for sure. Some tradesies. Well, let's make a giant and hope that we get there with some 6-power beaters, 6-power of beaters. Oh, you've got something to bring them back because that's devastating. You're just the anti-aggressive deck, I suppose. That's one way to go in this format. We're gonna get that down for a second red. We got the removal spell. I would assume so. Feed that serpent. He's so hungry. Such a hungry serpent. No reason to hold that in hand. Well, we need the opponent to brick a lot. We could really use hitting our... We'll hold that one because we do still have one of those in the deck. Just get rid of that 4-power zombie. No reason to let it beat us down. That's a good one, though. I think we're just going to sit back, actually. See if they have the sacrifice. Let's hit them 2 points at a time. Sure. I'm not sure you race, so... You can't gain life. I mean, if you try to hit us for 5... You need to put something else that's a 5 but in the way. Let's see, we'll get you into 1-shot range soon. I like this deck. You got it, Mr. Menace. Such a menace. Oof. That race is all of a sudden pretty aggressively in their favor. That's going to help, though. They can't have that, so I think we're going to go for the win here. They can't have feed. And if they've got that, we're blown out, but we'll just take the win. There we go. Yeah, run it back. Run it back. I still don't think there are enough things. We're not paying enough attention. Most of those things are not good enough. X, Hoxie. Oof. If we hit blue, those are pretty good. We're going to try it. We've got a couple more removal spells. Awesome. Probably our best draw. Let's get that foretold and get ready for some grinding. Let's not get that foretold. Let's get a 2-drop down. Also getting some damage when we can. Saw last game how racing could be pretty relevant. Just gonna kill that. No reason to let it build up a bunch of life for them. We don't need the lifelink. Not having that is awesome. I guess that's our one reason we should have brought in the... Now we may be okay with that because we're gonna... Each non-giant, yeah, you can gain 2. And they're 3. Hopefully they play another creature that this gets rid of. Hopefully. Yes, that is exactly what we would hope for. One more creature? No, it's fine. I mean, the removal spell. You can't really go wrong with those. A lot of red, and we've already got 2 green down, so that's fine. Let's play that. Get our 2 for 1. Just a bunch of milling. Oh, that's awesome. We've got a giant. You hit a lot of our good stuff, though. Get rid of some of their good stuff, too. I know milling's just completely random, but we'll take the 2, though. We've got a beat down. You know what? I think we do want stroke. We're gonna hold that up. Oh, that means we want island too, doesn't it? So I play this for island for stroke. Yeah, let's see what we can do. Let me just hold up stroke and hopefully they can't do anything. And basically anything that's 4 or more we will counter now. They're debating if they want to kill it. Yeah, I don't think so. You know, when you're feeding the storm on a 2-drop, you're in a good spot. Yeah, we'll keep that around. I think so. I guess it's that one. We got a pretty reasonable clock going. We already hit the other rider. Yeah. Not a lot of reason to hold it then. Fortunately, the correct way, so we had red open. So we've got 7 next turn. I think we beat the opponent if they... I mean, sure, you get a 2 for 1. We get this because it is all creatures. Still getting the 1 per turn beat down. There's some argument that we should have just put the counter on to make the clock a little quicker, but they basically need to hit a removal spell. I'm not sure how many. Oh, there are some creatures. Okay, so that could be good enough. If that comes up, then we do just put the counter on. That's unfortunate. Most of our ways to make giants are gone. But I think we're going green here. I mean, this should carry us to the finish line in theory. Let's just kill that bad boy. No reason to take damage. That's not the best one ever. Also kill that one. So I'm going to not have another feed the swarm. I mean, it's a common, so. Of course, your 2-drop just eats my 3-drop. There's no other way. I think we've got the 2 we want. I don't think that matters. So we're gonna play that. Fight it. Oof. That's gonna make this difficult. Let's get our fight on. Boom. Okay, indestructible boy, here you go. Wrong one. Green. Still wrong one. We'll get there eventually. Red, green. Let's slay some trolls. Let's slay that troll. Boom. Slay the troll. Slay the troll. I think he's dead next turn. So we need him to not have like double removal spell. Oh, fancy sleeves. Look at that Lotus. Another 3, but let's end the turn. We'd rather discard these if they have a discard spell than him draw, so also fine. We have no giants left in our deck, so this is nothing. Yep, you're dead. Got there just in the nick of time, too. Okay, so I have a new respect for that guy in late games. Definitely a new respect. It's been kind of a cool league. I wish it had been recording the whole time, but we'll figure it out. Okay, if we could get there, that would be a sweet situation. We more or less got our gems back, though, so not bad. We can do that. Super Bowl Sunday, who's excited? Go Chiefs, by the way. This video probably won't make it out there because I don't think it recorded the first half, but go Chiefs. Removal spells, no creatures. Snap, keep. Okay, get down there, opponent. Get down there. Gym rules 27. Wonder what the first 26 gym rules are. Yeah, get that out. This is probably going to be green. Could be red, I suppose. Ooh. Foretold. It's been foretold. Get out there. Little goat rider. What a cutie. What a cutie. This is picturing one of them. I suppose that's a... Let's see what we've got. We've got another blue. We'll pitch blue. Okay. No reason to give them any idea of what we're doing particularly. You know, we've got some kind of beatdown going. Let's get in there. Put you to 14. Get some scry on. Slow preordain. Oh, that's such a good one, but I think we just take a creature. Yeah. Let's get that foretold. Use some mana. What a great mechanic. The question is, do we spread it around? Okay, so they are super tapped. Yeah, we'll reveal a giant. Deal 2 to you. Blue, green, red. Might as well make another lance now. It looks like they're just completely flooded. If they get some kind of wrath, we're in trouble, but I think that's worth it. Speak of the devil. Oh, we just need to hit a creature. We've got a couple of them. I suppose it's turnabout and whatnot. I want that one saved. Their Crush the Week much better than my Crush the Week. Let's just kill that doofus. We got removal spells for days. Keep throwing X2s at us, please, or X3. Excuse me. Yeah, that's fine. It's dead. Oof, that's a good one. Yeah, let's kill that before you. Oh, devastating. I'm pretty sure we just lose now. What else can you do? Okay, opponent. You got us. You got us, opponent. I think exiling creatures is a better place to be, but you do you. Yeah, we're gonna bring Stroke in. I think that one's still good enough, but let's stroke it up. Giggity? Maybe? I don't know. I think we're not going big though. We're gonna cut down one. I mean, this is fine enough. For more action, I said having grindy. Oh yeah. So red. Hold that until we can. Just foretell. We get some power down. Boom. Take some X3s. I mean, I assume this is the removal spell. Should set us up better for a grindy game, though. Oh. Interesting. I mean, yeah, we'll give you the chance to trade 2 for 1. It's 1 card for 1 card, I suppose. And then we've got this we'll trade with. Yeah, let's go for it. Not a great use of the counter in hindsight. We'll probably instead of Behold, they get a 2 for 1 here. It's fine. The fact that they're playing that is spicy. I mean, I guess you get a treasure. I don't think I played enough artifacts for that to be correct, but enjoy. Getting maximum value out of that 2 games in a row is pretty brutal. I know it's more mana efficient, but let's just get that thing going. No reason to let him beat us down. So it's red. Let's foretell it and protect ourselves from any kind of discard they have. That's a good one. Let's see if we can hit our own good one. Neither of those are good ones. Good old use 2 cards. See if we can do it. Not exactly where we want to be. Yeah, good. Right on time, disdainful stroke. Right on time. Live by the stroke, die by the stroke. I can't believe I'm gonna lose somebody who played that. That's embarrassing. You're not even exiling. Oh, that's a good one. We'll get some stroke value there. So apparently they're just mono bomb rares on color. It doesn't matter what they have. No. We'll take it. Get the 2-1.